So today we are going to learn about in detail the ServiceNow probes and sensors. Okay. So let's say this is one of my discovery status. So here you guys can see the ECCQ table details is here, right? First it is scanning with the Shazam. Then it is sending it to the WMI classify, right? But the first of all things we need to see is how this is working. So basically, in our service node terminology, all of these things which is happening in the backend, the workflow or the processes, that is known as the worker job. Okay. Every time in your ECCQ table, it is searching that the queue is ready for the output and state is in the ready. So then it will run all the things as per its needs. Okay. If let's say I'm just saying, if I right click on it, control right click. Open a new window. So this is my ECCQ table. Okay. So here I can show you guys one thing. Let me open one record. Heartbeat probes, configure all. So here in our ECCQ table, you guys can see here a lot of business rules. If I'm just going for the business rule, it is sending for the automation sensor, discovery sensors, how it is going to override, how it is going to assign for all of these things. Here, our business rule has been written. Okay, get all mid logs, ECCQ reader, ECCQ process config, ECCQ mark output state. Okay, this is out of the box. Okay, mostly we are not going to change anything into it. Okay, so now what I am saying, how we are going to identify that it is in the Shazam. Okay, we'll click on it. It is output. Okay, so now what I am going to do, so as a output, I am just sending it from our service now to our mid server. So now once my mid server got some detail, it will be sent as an input to the same Shazam probe. So if I'm just going to the input file, and if I'm just going to this XML, right? So I can see for the port number for this IP, for the port number 135, the result came as open. Okay. So after that, it is going for the WMI. So that how it all of these things are going to set. So it is when the port 135 result came open means it tagging the service. Okay. It is saying, okay, this service, now your this service is EP map. Okay. This is the thing. Port you are giving and result you got open means your service map as a EP map. And through your service, your next in your classification, what sensor needs to be triggered, that we are going to use. Okay. So now for this thing, first you should know about the IP services. Okay. You guys can see IP services. If I'm just going to open this IP services, so you can see over here, as per the port, you have lot of services are there. 135. So for the 135, you have service name is EP map. Okay, if I'm just going to open it, so you guys can see this thing. I have EP map. Okay. So for this IP service affinities, it is already saying, okay, with this EP map, with this IP service affinities, as I told IP service affinities last time. Okay, IP affinities mean in the last time which successful address has been triggered for a particular IP address, from there only the credential will take, right? So that as is stored here, okay? So if the port is open, 135 result came in, it is service name WMI, and the service name is map as a EP map. Now, EP map is fine. Next, how the WMI is going to run. So for that thing, you need to open port to probes. Sorry, port probes. So port probes. Okay, this one. If I'm going to open it, so port probes and port name is what I told we got for our discovery, that is WMI, right? If I'm just using it and I'm going to discovery status, clicking on this, so you guys can see for my this discovery status, I have a WMI runner for the classification. After the scanning, I have the classification. There I'm using the WMI, right? So why? See, this WMI port probe has been triggered by service what? EP map. Okay. So I hope you are getting what it is, how it is going. Means first, through your port result, it was triggered the service. Okay, EP map. Once the EP map has been triggered, through that EP map, this discovery port probe WMI has been triggered. Okay, so now once this WMI has been triggered, it is saying classification probe Windows classify. I hope you are getting that how it is triggering from here, right? Port probe WMI trigger probes. Okay. If I open it, the classification probe is what? Windows classify is the probe. Okay. Classification probe. Through that, so now let me open it. So to the probe, this has been triggered. Now let me open it so I can show you guys. Once this Windows classify class is WMI probe, so this is the classification probe has been triggered. So it is searching WMI fields. There are different fields which is taking the details, cluster name, node name, resource name. After this, we have the probe parameters. It will be going to create one JSON output. Okay, let me show you guys. And this JSON output only needs to be sent to your sensor. Okay, so this is your sensor. Okay, if I'm just going to open this sensor, so you guys can get it. It is not giving the option for open report. Open record. This is my sensor. So you guys can see, right, how it is sending. So it is, there is a script, but here you guys can see all the process functions and everything what I want to set into my CI table that has been sent to this sensor, okay, called Windows classify. So here also, what I can say first, so I think you are getting my point. What I am going in the probe parameters, put JSON. Oh. So first through the classification, sorry, through the scanning, the port 135 it took, result it got open means it is triggered the EPMP, that service. Through that it is triggering from the port probes the WMI. Through the WMI, it is sending the details to the classification probe that is called your, once again, that is called your Windows classify. Okay. Through this, you have the ECCQ topic, WMI runner, WMI QNAME is this. You have WMI fields, which is going to store all the details. Okay, and then you have the probe parameters and sensors, so that it is going to trigger. Okay, now you have include by multi-probe. When we need the multi-probe, let's say, again, if I'm just going to IP service, here, if I'm searching for the think 22. So SSH is my IP service name. Through this, if I'm just going to search for the port probe, and I'm giving SSH, that will be open first. See, it is going to trigger one classify probe that is called Unix classify. Okay. I'm just going to open it, Unix classify. So you guys can see it is as a multi-probe. Okay, the class is multi-probe, whereas this is class as a WMI probe. It's not a multi-probe. Because if it is Linux, then under the Linux, what all version of the Linux it is. So for that thing, it has all the different probes are there. Okay, ESX OS, Unix OS, F5 OS, ZOS. Okay, so that's how it is working. So next, under this Unix multi-sensor, okay, sensor type it is showing as JavaScript. Okay, if you want to see the response to the probes, okay, if you click on it, you guys can see how the response has been made. So all the things, CI data.os name, everything we're just mapping through the script. Okay, through the script we are just mapping all the things, and it is then process, and it is going to set. Okay, so this is how our all the details is going to be sent, and how the probes are going to be happening. I think you guys are getting now, right? So like the same WMI field, if I'm just going over here, if I click on it, root virtualization, computers names or something. So this all are the fields are there, which we are just going to map. So for different uh, ports, different probes are there, different probes, different sensors are there. So that is how it has been configured. Okay. So nowadays we are mostly using the patterns, but for the first steps, okay, for the classification and scanning, still we are using the probes and sensors. Okay. So that's all. So next video, we are going to learn about the patterns and the troubleshoots and the cloud discovery. Both of those videos is coming. Okay. Thank you.